Hello everyone, welcome or welcome back to my channel. I'm here today to share with you a little project I was working on, and I thought I would show you how I make my neutral tags. So very easy. This is what I made from a 12 by 12 mixed media page, and stamps, that's all, and some stitching on some of them. I didn't stitch all because I don't know where they're gonna go, but I always like to have neutral tags in my stash, either to give away, to put in journals or whatever. So my process for this is I bought, to do the challenge for Carrie Griffith's Mixed Media March, we had to do a journal, but it had to be vertical, and all my sheets weren't big enough. So I bought a pack of mixed media paper. It's Canson, and it's 18 inches by 25. So I have a lot, and I cut them into 12 by 12. Not all of them, but a few into 12 by 12. Or something else you can use are, scrapbook papers that you don't like. The back, you can use the back as well to do this. And then on the other side, you can just, add coffee paper. So this I have now, so I decided to use that. And I coffee dyed it. And I'm going to show you my way of coffee dyeing papers. When I first started junk journaling in 2021, I was watching a lot of videos on junk journaling and coffee dyeing paper. And my God, it's such a big process. And it's a whole day affair, and it was exhausting. You put you do your coffee mix, and then you put your papers in a cookie sheet, and then you take your paper out, and sometimes they would tear, and then you have to put them in another cookie sheet to put in the oven or outside in the sun, and it took forever. So I don't do my coffee dyeing paper like that anymore for a while now, because it's too long. So I have a batch of legal size paper and letter size that I did coffee dye in the sun, and I have a big batch that I work on. But now when I do projects that I need to coffee dye, I don't do it the way I used to. So what I do, very simple, I make myself a bowl of coffee, however strong you want it, and then on a towel, or lately I've been using, my dog used to, she was trained on piddle pads, and I have a ton, but when we travel, that's what I use anyway. Now I buy the washable pads. Even though we have a huge yard, she still goes on her piddle pad, except if she's outside, she's going to do it, but during the night, she'll get up and come on her piddle pad. So I have a bunch of these, and that's what I use on my craft table. It's, it's very absorbent, so I don't have ink all over my table, and I can spray on this, and that's what I do. I just put my paper here, and then I have my big brush, and I just dunk it in my coffee, and I just, as dark as you want it. Once it's dry, I just do the other side as well. So that's how I do it. And once it's wet, you can put a stencil on here, you can put a doily on here, you can put fabric on here. But for me, I did that before, but I prefer having the neutral background with nothing on when I'm creating something. So that's my way of doing my coffee dyed paper. So that's it. And I will take this away. And I love also to work on newsprint. I print a lot of digitals on newsprint. When you want to make yourself a grungy background, that's a nice way of doing that. So that's what I did for my my tags. What I did, once everything was dried, I just took out all the stamps that I wanted to use, which was mostly all of Tim Holtz stamps. I have quite a bit, which I don't use that often, and I should. So I just started stamping the backgrounds with, I just got recently this, which I like. It's just, you know, writing, and I like stamping that in the back. And I use my VersaFine Nocturne, which I love. These are the two that I love from VersaFine. Fallen Leaves and Nocturne. And these are ones I use most often. And I just stamped away. And then you I took my my paper at the 6-inch mark. And then I just did, I think I did my tags at 3 inches, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, 3 inches. So it gave me all these beautiful tags. I have 2, 4, 6, I have 7 tags. No, 8 tags. There we go. So easy peasy, beautiful tags. And I just added little, like, I made boo-boos in the back here. So I just did some stamping on some of them. And actually I did all of them. Yeah, so they're all nice in the back as well. And I didn't stitch everyone because I don't know where I'm gonna use them. Also, someone was asking me for hole reinforcers, and very easy. I buy a pack, and on my small gel plate, I just put black ink with my brayer, and then I layer my ink on my hole reinforcer, let it dry, and then I got black, and I made myself also some coffee dyed one. So that's it. And that's same thing with the ribbon here. This is, I do the same thing with sari silk. This is seam binding that's white. I just crumple it up in a baggie, add my coffee dyed potion in there, mix it all up, take it out, let it dry, and I have neutral ribbon for my tags. And also for this here, I just use a black cardboard from my when I was making mini albums. I have a lot of cuts of black cardboard, which I don't use anymore, but now I decided to use this. And I love using, not my hole punch, but I use this to make beautiful, you know, just a little mark to add my ribbon. And I find it makes beautiful bows with this kind of closure on top. So that's it, my friends, for my neutral tags. How easy peasy, and you got beautiful tags. And I was on a roll, so I did that in the morning. And then in the afternoon, I had book pages, and I decided to do some watercolor, and I just love how these came out. Book page, music sheet, and my watercolors. And just went to in my ephemera and just got some ephemeras that I like. This one here, I just some rectangles, and I did some stitching around it. But I forgot, and this is done on leftover manila folder. But once I did all my stitching, the back was full of stitches, of course, so I just used coffee dyed paper and glued everything down. This is sari silk that I dyed the color that I needed because I didn't have that color. Same thing here, I used 2 colors. But for this, I used Tim Holtz oxide inks. I just put on my table with water, just dunked my sari silk in there. I have a big bundle of white sari silk that I just color when I need a special color that I don't have. So these are my beautiful tags that I also love making. So that's it, my friend. I just wanted to show you what I've been up to with my art. On another news, I have when I went, for you that have been following me for a while, You know that I said at one point that I was approached by someone to be part of a magazine that was going to feature junk journaling in France, and she asked if I would if I could send her some photos. She saw me on YouTube and she follows me on one of Facebook group. I can't remember when, and the magazine would come out. She contacted me in January, and the magazine would come out in March. But here in Canada, we cannot get this magazine. I tried all over the place, could not find the magazine. And I was recently on a European trip, and we were 5 days in Paris. And I went to La Maison de la Presse, and they had the book. So I have my beautiful magazine with my things inside. I'm so happy to have found my book. And the people at the store were very impressed that I was in the book. I can't remember which page I should have. Oh, there it is. So, and she was asking me about junk journaling. So it's a whole section of the book on junk journal, because they want to have more people in France because a lot of people are scrapbooking, but they want to introduce the junk journaling as well. So I have a lot of my things in here, and I was surprised that I was alongside Annalise Journaling that I follow on YouTube, and I've been following her for a long time. Go check her out. Her work is beautiful. And of course, Francesca at Junk Journal Joy. She's also featured in here with me. So I'm so happy that I found my magazine. And that's it. I just wanted to share that with you. And that's it for the ones that wanted to see if I would get my magazine. Well, I do have my magazine, and I'm very happy. So that's it, my friends. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next video. Bye-bye.